What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Elementary Season 5, Episode 21, Fly into a Rage, Make a Bad Landing. I don't know about these titles. I mean, this season's been awful as far as titles are concerned. But yeah, let's talk about this, because honestly, at this point, I've been through so many of these episodes where it should be emotional. It should be like, ooh, let's watch this case, and ooh, can we solve it along with them? But it's not anymore. I don't know where it went wrong. I don't. Maybe because it was such a different concept, maybe I missed that they were doing this all along. But it honestly feels like something at some point changed, and this turned from a show that had a unique concept but still kept it very much Sherlock Holmes solving mysteries, us getting to kind of be there alongside him as he solves them, and going up against some very difficult cases. This one, pretty much like this entire season, not very interesting. The mystery itself, boring. And then watching Sherlock do his thing is more like us watching from a distance because we're just not really involved in the case anymore. And at this point, I'm just like, let's get this season over and done with. Maybe it's going to end on a good note, and I can look forward to hopefully a next season that's better, or it's not going to finish well, and this is going to be the last season for it. So, I don't know. Just watching this one, though, it should have been an interesting case. You've got Chantal gets injured, heavily injured, nearly killed. Apparently, like, bashed her head up aside the bedpost thing. And so automatically the first person to suspect is the guy that's been torturing Marcus this whole time. Well, turns out it wasn't him, and he kills himself, and then immediately after, like, no, didn't kill himself. And so, yeah, and then from then on it's just, oh, who killed him? Who attacked Chantal? What happened? And it's really funny because I knew who it was as soon as I saw him, because they go into this guy's office, and he's just like, oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. Roy seemed like a really, really good guy. I'm just like, okay, if this were real life, I'd say, you know what? That guy did it. He's horrible at hiding his emotions. How dare he? I mean, it's so obvious it's him. But because it's a TV show, and you should be able to instruct your actors against that, that bugs me. Whenever somebody is so obviously the bad guy because his performance makes it obvious, I hate that. Because you're on a TV show. You should be able to act like you didn't do it because you actually did not do it. Because your character, I don't get it. It would be one thing if this were a different show, but this is supposed to be Sherlock Holmes going up against the toughest criminals, going up against the guys who, ooh, they really know what they're doing. They know how to cover their tracks. They know how to cover up their crimes. This guy does not. Immediately from his reaction, oh, that's too bad. I thought Roy was a really good guy. It's clear that one, he obviously is trying to make it seem like, oh, I liked Roy, so I didn't kill him. Two, his reaction in general is just so obvious in that it's not shocking to him that he found out Roy died. And then three, it just sounds like he's trying to cover something up. Like he's being a little bit offsetting. Like, oh, that's too bad. Oh, no. Oh. It wasn't me, guys. Like, it was obviously him, and so we go through this whole bullshit thing where, oh, maybe it's this guy. Oh, no, he looks like he's about to leave the country, so Marcus is about to go stop him. But then Sherlock goes stops him instead, and that's to help Marcus. And none of that even mattered because it turns out that this guy that I thought it was the entire time turns out to be the bad guy. Sorry, I had to wake myself up because this storyline is so boring. Because the obvious guy turns out to be the obvious bad guy. The obviously not bad guy turns out to be obviously not the bad guy. And then on top of that, this story, which could have been interesting, it involves Marcus. It's personal for him. The stuff going on with Roy and Chantal this entire time, it's personal. It's had some build-up. It's had some development. All that gets pushed to the side because that had nothing to do with anything. Roy threatening Marcus, all the stuff he did, having Marcus beat him up to kind of put pressure on Chantal, all of that does not matter. Because in the end, it was just this one guy who apparently I don't even know what was going on with him. He had clients, and this Fury guy or whatever was apparently working for him, and I don't know. I stopped paying attention. I really did, because it lost my interest. As soon as you made it about something besides Marcus and Chantal and what's going on between them, as soon as you made it about something outside of just, oh, Roy hates them, you lost my interest. Because now it's just becoming another boring case. As soon as I saw the guy who was guilty, I knew he was guilty. I don't care anymore. And I have nothing to look forward to be honest. Because what's outside of this? Oh, well, they still got the Shinwell stuff. That's boring as hell, too. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the end of the season just because it needs to be over. The season needs to end right now. It needs to be done, and either it needs to just say, okay, we've run our course. First 3 seasons were pretty good. That's it. We'll leave it there. Or they need to say, you know what, this last season was crap. We need to pick up our game. We need to make this show more interesting if we want to keep it on the air and keep it going. But one way or another, this season needs to end because this has been awful. The stuff with Shinwell has not been interesting. The cases this season have not been interesting. They've been bland cases, and whenever you've got the world's greatest detective, Sherlock Holmes, involved, it just doesn't fit. It feels unnatural for Sherlock to be taking on these boring ass cases, and the ones that, especially like this one where the obvious bad guy is so obviously the bad guy, just by his reaction alone, Sherlock should go, you know what, his reaction was a little off there, and then push some more pressure on him, trying to find out, wait a minute, let's find out more about this guy, there's something else here. But no, he doesn't catch any of it. He doesn't notice any of the clues. If there are any clues he does notice, we don't get to see it, and we get to hear about it later. So, yeah, that's about all I can say for this. My reviews of this show may be about this short going forward because, I mean, there's no real point to it anymore. There's no real hard-hitting, good cases to watch anymore. It's just whatever. Same old crap thrown up on TV week after week. So that's about it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What did you like and dislike about this episode? Let me know. We can talk about and discuss all the good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for more elementary reviews, and I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.